North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles. Jimmy Bellamy, General Counsel, North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Joining us today from the North Carolina State Assembly, the Honorable Dr. Francis Jackson, State Representative, House District 45. And the Honorable Mike Colvin, State Representative, House District 42. We also have with us today the Honorable Jesse Bellflowers, Mayor of Hope Mills, North Carolina. And the Honorable Kia Anthony, Mayor of Spring Lake, North Carolina. Today's ceremony officially marks the opening of Fort Bragg's new North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles Driver's License Office. This milestone represents a significant advancement in our ongoing efforts to enhance soldier and family readiness, directly bringing essential state services right to the heart of Fort Bragg community. Today's ceremony symbolizes a strengthened partnership with the state of North Carolina, reinforcing our commitment to improving quality of life for those who serve, their families, and the military community. At this time, please welcome Fort Bragg's Garrison Commander, Colonel K. Chad Mixon.
All right. Welcome, Governor Stein, General Anderson, General Hunt, and other Jimmy and Commissioner Tyne, other distinguished guests and friends. Welcome to what we call the center of the universe, sir. You've never been here before. You know, the reestablishment of the driver's license office and tag kiosk here in the Soldier Support Center would not have been possible without the strong support of our partners. And I say reestablishment because if you know the history of Fort Bragg, you know, just behind me about a half a mile is the now Western Hemisphere building. Used to be FORSCOM. We used to have a DMV over there, a full DMV over there. You know, and memory serves me right, coming off of first deployment, I came back and it was gone. And a lot of us relied on that place because it was so important and so beneficial to the soldiers. We didn't have to go stand off in the long lines off post and all those kind of things we've had to do up until today. So we are especially grateful to North Carolina Department of Transportation, the DMV, and the North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Their commitment to improving access to essential services for our military community has been unwavering. Governor Stein, sir, we're truly grateful, and we thank you for championing this initiative that directly improves quality of life for our service members and their families. Your leadership and partnership have been instrumental in bringing this capability back to the installation. So again, sir, we're super excited. The return of the DMV enhances readiness across our community of active duty and veteran population residing both on and off the installation. It saves time. But more than a convenient, it's a tangible expression of how we all support our soldiers and families. So again, we're truly grateful for the partnership, the collaboration, shared commitment that made this possible. And thank you for everyone involved behind the scenes these last 2 weeks, getting all this stood up. The team has just been doing a phenomenal job here, and we're so grateful for what they've done and then all the leadership behind this. So again, super excited this is here. This is going to save us a lot of time and hardship outside of our gates. So, I mean, the offices downtown are great, but it's a drive, and it eats up our lunchtime and our off-post duty. So with that said, I'd now like to invite Mr. Jimmy Bellamy to the stand to present comments on behalf of the North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. So, Jimmy, thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Jimmy Bellamy. I have the pleasure of serving as the interim Chief Deputy Secretary as well as the General Counsel for North Carolina's Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. And so on behalf of Secretary Millett and our entire department, let me say it's truly an honor to join you, Governor Stein, Commissioner Tyne, General Anderson, General Hunt, Colonel Mixon, all of you all here to celebrate the opening of this office right here. For our service members, spouses, and dependents who call Fort Bragg home, this office represents something simple yet powerful: access. Access to services, access to answers, access to the support that you need on a day-to-day basis. Now, we all know that military service often brings change. And as a part of that change, we often ask a lot of questions, particularly as it relates to DMV. I have a out-of-state driver's license. What do I do with it? My driver's license is expired. Now I have a new assignment. Where do I go? I received a new PCS order. I want to sell my car, my truck. Who do I need to talk to? That's what this office does. It answers those questions, and for our military families and our communities, that means something. That matters. And so by bringing DMVA services to Bragg, we are making it easier for our military members and their families to get the support that they need and the access that they deserve. Our military families, they already carry enough responsibilities, and this office, it helps lighten that load just a little. And so North Carolina is proud to be home to Fort Bragg, one of the most vibrant military communities in this nation. Today's opening is a part of the responsibility that we as a state have to our military members and our service members. And so to everyone who's worked to make this office a reality, and to those who are going to continue to do that work, we say thank you in advance, and thank you to our military families for all that you do. We as a nation, as a state, we're grateful for your service. Thank you so much. And at this time, Commissioner Stein.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are happy to be back. My understanding is this is actually our third time around. The first time it was not on purpose that you were away when we closed it. I wasn't here. I'm just assuming that we didn't do that on purpose. But my understanding is COVID got us the last time. So we are happy to be back. And as long as I'm here, we'll be here to service the people of the Fort Bragg. So good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the opening of our new driver's license office right here at Fort Bragg. Governor Stein, thank you for your leadership and your strong commitment to supporting North Carolina's military community. It is an honor to be here with you today. Jimmy, thank you and your colleagues at DMVA for your important work supporting our active duty service members, our veterans, and their families. I also want to extend a special thank you to Colonel Mixon for your partnership and vision in making this office a reality. Your support and collaboration were instrumental every step of the way. Because of your leadership, service members, veterans, and military families will now have convenient, high-quality DMV services right here on base. Thank you for helping us bring this to fruition. I also want to give a big thank you to two outstanding leaders and their teams at DIT Transportation, Lance Robinson and Jamie Wilkinson. Gentlemen, you and your team went above and beyond to meet an aggressive, accelerated timeline to get this office fully open and operational. You overcame every obstacle and met every obstacle with professionalism and determination. And today's opening is a direct result of your hard work. On behalf of DMV and those who can now receive their services here on base, thank you for your exceptional work. This new full-service driver's license office, combined with a self-service kiosk, gives military families outstanding DMV services. The kiosk offers convenient options for driver's license and ID card renewals and replacements, as well as vehicle registration renewals available anytime the center is open. There is more than just a DMV office and kiosk opening here today. It's a clear signal that North Carolina is military friendly. We know our service members and families make tremendous sacrifices, and we want to make their lives easier when they need DMV services. We're also proud of the progress we're making statewide to improve customer experiences at every DMV office. It's not quite as bad long lines out there as it was before, but happy to be here. Shorter wait times, better technology, and more staff are all part of our commitment to deliver the services that our customers deserve. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, a key leader who has been instrumental in the success of our driver services operations and who has a history here at Fort Bragg. Our driver services director for at least a couple more weeks, Mike Newsom.
Good afternoon. Commissioner Stein, thank you, sir, for that kind introduction and for your leadership at DMV, sir. I appreciate it. You know, I enlisted into the United States Army in August of 1983. just weeks after graduating from high school. I went to serve 28 years, retiring as a sergeant major. During that career, I was privileged to serve in many leadership, training, and operational roles, including right here at the center of the universe, Fort Bragg. Hooah. After retiring from the Army, I spent 4 years deployed to Afghanistan as a program manager with the Khaki International Corporation, supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. And this was before coming back home to North Carolina and joining the Division of Motor Vehicles in 2015. Since then, I've had the opportunity to serve in several leadership positions across DMV. I've served as Deputy District Manager, I've served as Regional Chief Examiner, Operations Manager, and now as the Director of Driver Services since 2022. I had the honor of leading more than 700 dedicated employees who deliver driver licensing and credentialing services to the communities across our state. One of the greatest lessons the Army taught me is that no mission ever succeeds without dedicated people. I've learned the value of servant leadership, accountability, teamwork, and taking care of those on the front line. Those same principles guide everything we do at DMV. We are here to serve efficiently, fairly, and with respect to every customer who walks through our doors. That is why today, especially, is very meaningful for me. Having worn the uniform and served at Fort Bragg, returning here to help open this new DMV office just 2 weeks before I retire from a lifetime of public service is a profoundly fitting and emotional way to close this chapter. It means a great deal to be able to deliver these convenient services directly to the military members, veterans, and families I have spent my entire adult life serving alongside. To our service members and veterans here today, thank you for your continued service and sacrifice. To the DMV team who worked so hard to make this office a reality, I thank you. And to our community and military partners, thank you for your support and collaboration. God bless our troops, their families, and this great state of North Carolina. And it is now my great honor and privilege to introduce the Governor of North Carolina, Josh Stein. So I want to talk a little bit about you, Governor. So Josh Stein, and many of you may not know or may know, is honored to serve North Carolina as our 76th governor. His faith teaches him that we are called to make a difference, and his parents raised his brother, his sister, and him to try to do what is right and grounded them in our shared values of freedom and opportunity. Governor Stein is committed to creating economic opportunity for every North Carolinian, investing in public schools, developing our workforce, and keeping people safe. Since day one in his office, he has been laser focused on helping Western North Carolina rebuild Hurricane Helene. Josh and his wife Anna are members of the Temple Beth Ora in Raleigh. They are the proud parents of Sam, Adam, and Leah, who all attend North Carolina public schools just like they did. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our governor of the great state of North Carolina, Josh Stein. Thank you for being here.
Wonderful. Good afternoon, everybody. Soldiers who died in a car crash near Apex this weekend. We mourn those we lost. Let's keep their families in our hearts as they grieve their loss. Let's also pray for all of Fort Bragg soldiers, keeping the people of North. Lieutenant General, much for your hospitality and for hosting us today. Pleased to be joined by National Guard, Commissioner Paul Tyne, Counsel Jimmy Bellamy of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, and of course, Mike Newsom, the Director of DMV Services. Today, we are here to announce the opening of a new DMV driver's license office here on base at Fort Bragg, the most populous U.S. Army base in the entire world. Otherwise known as the center of the universe. Let me apologize to the extent my voice isn't full-throated. Something happened Sunday night in Raleigh that took a little bit out of me, and let's go Canes. Last August, I had the pleasure of joining Colonel Mixon at the Commander's Council. Commander's Council is when all of the leaders of the various military installations in North Carolina come together. I was honored to be with them, and Colonel Mixon raised, as the Fort Bragg Garrison Commander, the idea, the request that the DMV have a site here on base. He shared how it would support the service members as they need to relocate or to prepare to deploy. And upon hearing about this opportunity to serve the men and women in the U.S. Army, their families, veterans who live nearby, both the DMV and the DMVA immediately went to work. Now, we're pleased to be cutting the ribbon this afternoon on Fort Bragg's very own DMV office. The DMV staff includes many veterans. If you want to know why this moves so fast, we got people like Mike Newsom, who served in the military and know how important it is that we provide the level of service of the state that they deserve. So, if there are service members who will soon be re-entering civilian life, please know that there are places where you can put your skills to work for the good of this state. You can do it at the DMV, you can do it at the DMVA, you can do it at the Department of Adult Corrections, you can do it in so many different state agencies, and we would love to have you become longtime, lifelong North Carolinians. This new DMV location will provide dedicated driver's license services to ease the burden on service members, veterans, and their families. We want to do all that we can for the brave men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces, the people who sacrifice so much for our country. That goal is why I recently signed an executive order last month to coordinate our state agencies' work to support service members, veterans, and their families. The DMVA is going to spearhead those efforts as we strengthen our whole of government approach to meeting the needs of our military service members and our veterans. Our ambition is to become the most military-friendly state in the United States of America. Another ambition is to make the DMV a very customer-friendly experience for all North Carolinians. Summertime is always a busy time for the DMV, and so if you're planning a trip to the DMV sometime soon, I want to give you some tips that can help you make your experience smoother. First, skip the line, do it online. You will be surprised at how many services can now be done over the internet without having to go to a physical DMV office. In fact, thanks to recent changes in state law, 280,000 North Carolinians in recent months have had services performed for them online rather than having to go to an office to take care of that. That's 280,000 people who experienced faster, easier service on their own time, on their own schedule, and those 280,000 people didn't have to go to the office, freeing up the line for everybody else who did. So, check the website to see if you can take care of your business online. Second, check the website for wait times at the local DMV offices. You can now go to visitdmv.nc.gov, visitdmv.nc.gov, and you can see what the wait time is at every DMV location in the state of North Carolina. So there could be a day when for some whatever reason there's a lot of people in line here, but the line in downtown Fayetteville is shorter, where a member of the military may conclude, you know what, I'm going to drive to Fayetteville because I have to do some other business there and not do the work here. It's all about giving people information that empowers them to make what is the best decision for them at that moment during that day. Third, Once you've chosen the office that you want to go to and you check in, go take care of whatever other business you want. Go get a coffee at the coffee store down the road. Go grocery shopping down the street. You will get a text telling you when to come back. The days of getting up at 5 a.m. and standing outside the DMV praying that you get served are over in North Carolina. Finally, to save more time, you can upload a lot of documents yourself. Insurance documents, proof of address materials, teen driver's logs. You can have them on your phone ready to go to speed up that process when you are seen by your DMV license examiner. We have made a lot of progress at the DMV in recent months. In fact, we have lowered average wait times by nearly 90%. I don't think y'all heard me. We have lowered average wait times by nearly 90% at the DMV, and it has been a team effort along the way. I want to thank Team DMV for their efforts. If you are a DMV employee, will you please raise your hand? I want to thank Commissioner Paul Stein for his leadership. Commissioner, thank you so much. And we're joined by Representative Colvin today. I want to thank the General Assembly for its partnership in helping get us the resources and the change in policy we need to deliver a better experience for the people of North Carolina. Thank you, Representative. We know that the work is not done. We know there is more work to do, and we are committed to doing that work. Now, I want to take a moment of personal privilege. One honor that's bestowed upon me as governor is the privilege of inducting people into the Order of the Longleaf Pine. The Longleaf Pine is an award reserved for North Carolinians who have made significant contributions to our state and our communities through exemplary service and exceptional accomplishments. Since 1963, this honor has been awarded to North Carolina's finest, people who go above and beyond in service of others. People like Maya Angelou, Dale Earnhardt, Michael Jordan, Billy Graham, people like Mike Newsom. Mike is soon to be retiring from the DMV. I don't know how we feel about it, but it is his right. He has served the state for more than a decade. He started as a driver's license examiner, like one of these folks you see in the offices here, and he quickly moved up to leading approximately 700 driver's license examiners at our now 117 different locations across the state. And over the past year and a half, Mike has led his team to implement a vast number of changes in how they serve their customers, from the way that people sign in to how documents are scanned. You do not get to a 90% reduction in wait times without people like Mike working their tails off to deliver for the people of North Carolina. His leadership supported customers during a period of transition and built a customer service that is excellent. He took on the role, as he said, after having served in the U.S. Army for 27 years, when he retired as a sergeant major. That is a commendable lifetime of service. Mike, our state is stronger for your vision and dedication, and Fort Bragg is a fitting location to present you with this honor. Please come up and join me. Congratulations. How about we cut a ribbon? Where are we going to do that?
if there's someone to use it. Ready to go?
Yes.